Tell us that your jab has been improved.
Oh yeah, the jab is
Gone to another level.
jab's definitely improving. In some of the past fights, I didn't use it, obviously because they ended early or whatnot. And Campbell's a southpaw, kind of harder to get in there. So I'll be looking forward to using my jab a little bit better this fight. We all know jab is one of probably the key in the sport. Sets up a lot of shots. So I've been working on that. I have the talent to use pretty much any type of shot, right? But if I could really master that jab, I think it could take me to even another level.
You mentioned that, a lot of people have come to you and said, thank you so much for the inspiration. And I know mental health can't be solved in one statement. But for you, what was it that someone said to you, or the words that you continue to go to that have helped you, get to where you're at?
As in where I'm at now that I'm good mentally. I wouldn't say that it was one specific thing. Obviously, I took the steps to get better. I went to get professional help, right? And then family, friends, obviously the support I have, and just picking yourself up, really. But I would be doing a disservice if I didn't say, God's really, really an important aspect of my life. And I think that in a spiritual aspect, it was very important for me. And I'll probably just leave it at that.
Ryan, I know that must have been a very difficult time in your life, a very important time in your life. But aside from you leaving Eddie's gym, did Canelo support you through that time? Did he ever was he there for support for you during that time? Did he?
As in anxiety and all
to help you through that moment, Canelo. Aside from you parting ways, that's on the side. But that moment in your life, was he there at all for you, Canelo?
Did he reach out to you?
No, not about my anxiety or depression, no. But
did he check in on you
get words of encouragement?
Yeah, let's get back to the fight.
Asking the same question.
Let's just get back to the fight.
Right, you met Emmanuel today. You've never met him before.
Met him. Not yet.
You didn't see him yet? He was here in the hallway.
Oh.
I saw him.
What do you think about him?
He got to go?
Hey, Brian, for those that might not know they have those types of issues, could you, what were the signs and what would you attribute to making you realize, I need to go and talk to someone about it? Because I would imagine a lot of people don't even know that. They just kind of they're not aware of this stuff.
Self-awareness obviously is key. It could be a lot of things, right? Anxiety could form in physical aspects and obviously mental aspects and panic attacks and whatnot. For me, I just realized it was more of a couldn't get my mind together. I couldn't concentrate on anything. It was everywhere, and I had panic attacks. I couldn't help it. I was just panicking for no reason. So all that was building up, but. I think for me, it was a deeper aspect in life. I don't know. I can't really pinpoint it, but it's all good now. That's all I do know. And for anybody that's dealing with their issues, the best thing you could do is just to talk about it. Because for me, it's when you hold it in, it just has a different effect on you than when you, speak about it. It's kind of like a vampire. It's only strong at night. When you bring it to light, it's kind of weak, So, just taking your steps, finding it day by day, and you'll find a way.
Given how stressful, right, the boxing profession, I would imagine going into a fight or something, right? Like you said, you going in against a guy who's trained to hurt people and stuff, and you're used to kind of bottling that up to a certain degree. And I'm guessing, I'm kind of curious, how did you know you're at a point where, okay, this isn't something that I need to just kind of suck up and kind of fight through I've done pretty much everything else in my life, and I need to step away?
Well, it was affecting my everyday life, I felt like I couldn't do anything. I was pretty tormented in my own mind. Words can't really explain as well as when you're going through it. It's I felt very hopeless, and at times I didn't feel like living, and it was just getting into a really dark place that I had to take a step back. But by the grace of God and all the other things that attributed to my recovery, I'm blessed, and I'm matured as a man and as a person, and it's just going to get me to become a better leader and a better role model for others. So to me, it's all worth it, whether or not people believe or whatever they say, whatever opinions they have on it, it's going to be good. in the future.
No.
Given the other things that you have going on in your life, was there any part of you that thought, maybe I don't need boxing?
No, I love boxing. like you could see, even though I'm going through all that shit, right? I was still competitive. Like I couldn't watch a fight and not be like, I'm gonna beat his ass. Like that's just in me. That's who I am. So like anybody who just seen that, like you gotta understand, you can't kill that for nothing. That's the last to go. Like the last thing to go in me is that competitive spirit. That won't go. That's like me. It's me in itself. That can't die out.
Now that you have this relationship with Joe,
Right.
the times that Joe offers guidance and direction as like a father figure to you,
Yeah.
even though you have a father,
Right.
being that person that you could rely on the strength that, you know what I mean? Does he offer anything?
He does. He's like a general,
Okay.
right? Like I'm a soldier, and he's somebody that you kind of look up to and you want to fight for because he just, he's gonna be down there in the trenches with you.
Yeah.
Like he's there to be there at 1 o'clock in the morning running, or just do anything that needs to be done, right? And he's gonna be there every single day, and he's gonna be focused. And we're not here to mess around, And that's somebody who I want to fight for.
Right.
That. Don't rely on anything. It's like, we're going to put this work in. Like, yeah, I'm a great fighter, yeah, I'm talented, but we're going to work like we're not. You know what I mean? That's what I like about it.
You
Go ahead.
So you have a history with Devin Haney
Right.
from the amateurs. Any thoughts about a future situation with him?
Yeah, I mean, me and Devin have a rivalry. We've had a rivalry since we were little kids. That fight should be destined to happen one day, right? Will it happen soon? I don't know. I don't know the future like that. But I hope to be in the ring with him one day, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast, that's for sure.
Ryan, is Damian Lillard coming to your fight?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I think he is. I think he did tell me. He was telling me he was coming. We just shot a commercial together. That's going to be iconic. But
He knows boxing. Did he tell you anything about
oh,
to go?
yeah.
What did he say?
No, he didn't tell me anything about to go to Gal. He said he just knows a lot. Like he knows like Sergey Lipinets. He knows like random. Not saying they're just random fighters, but like he knows fighters that are not mainstream. It's kind of crazy.
Ryan just shot a commercial with Gatorade.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How much did boxing help, renew your enthusiasm for life? Knowing that you had the relationship with Joe Goossen, that you were coming back and had a fight day. What did all that mean to you?
Oh yeah. I mean, that meant the world to me because I knew that none of this had to do with boxing. Like, none of this had to do with boxing. My problems or whatever I was going through. And the fact that I finally get back to do something I love is such a relief. Because, when I'm in there, it just feels different. It just feels different, like I'm at peace. I'm still exactly where I'm supposed to be. When I'm fighting, when I'm, figuring it out in the ring, even when the punches are flying at me, there's just a peace in me. Like, I'm calm. It's not stressful for me. It just feels good. So, it took a lot to get here, but I'm so relieved. And I think that this is just the start of a dominating of 5 years. 10 years straight of me just dominating everybody. I just feel like I had to get through that moment. Now I'm just gonna skyrocket and just destroy. Like I'm on a mission now. Like my mindset, I could feel it. Like I'm just on a mission. Like so much tunnel vision, and I'm just ready just to do what I gotta do, and just that's it. And I really feel this is the start of a long dynasty.
Yeah, that's interesting you say that because I think there is a perception out there that you need to prove something to, the people who have missed you or maybe to yourself. But you're saying you're picking yourself up better than you've ever been. This is gonna
I mean, that's one of the realizations I came to. I always want to be the first one to shout, right? Because that's just who I am. And it's hard for that to change in me. It's like I want to be the first one to say, let's do it. But I realized I was just doing that because I felt like I needed something to prove. I am just a kid from Victorville, right? And I am, somebody that, people like to hate on because of whatever attention I'm getting. But if you really look at it, I did all that just so people could see me fight. Like, I went viral for boxing. I went viral for hitting bags. So, and if you really look at it, if you, in the influencer aspect, I don't even post as much as actual influencers do. So if you really look at, if you really see it, it's people are hating because of all the attention the videos are receiving, not because I'm posting videos. And they also need to realize that I had a vision when I was a kid that, look it, this is gonna be important for my career, and this is the way these people are gonna know of a kid from Victorville is coming out. And now I'm here, baby. And now you're just gonna have to watch and see how special I really am.
Right.
That's just the facts.
Ryan, Canelo had an interview yesterday, and you guys had some back and forth on Twitter as well. He's been really harsh with his criticism regarding your discipline. Why do you think he feels that way?
You know, he misses me too. He misses me in the ring. I mean, I know he wants to see me fight too. But that's what a break is, right? Like, a break is you don't train. So I had to clear some things out, and he knows that. So the things he said was kind of shocking, but I kind of already addressed it on Twitter. I just hit him with the facts. I was kind of tired of him, tired that he kept coming at me for my work ethic, and I kind of got fed up. I've shown nothing but respect and love, and I kind of finally was like, all right, I'm just going to speak my mind, my piece, and then leave it at that. And now I'm going to just destroy April 9th, you know. We're actually, the best thing about this is boxing is the most truthful sport in the game. So when you see me step in the ring April 9th, you will see if I have a good work ethic or not. You're going to see. So we don't even got to talk about it no more. You're going to see April 9th if I really do have a good work ethic.
You guys had a big brother, little brother like relationship.
Yeah.
Would you still consider you guys close?
It's more like Darth Vader and, you know. Nah, we're good. You're good. You know, no bad blood, man. Like, I still think he's a great fighter, and I'm there. I can't hate on him. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. He does his thing. He works hard too. You know, it's just a situation we're in right now. It's gonna pass. You know, we probably be cool later on. If not, that'll be on him because I'm ready to be cool right now.
You guys train pretty close in San Diego, so what's gonna happen if you like run into him at the Starbucks tomorrow?
I'm gonna punch him. And, you know.
You causing trouble.
Nah. We're good. We're good.
Do you think, you know, I do want to clarify something real quick on the comment that Canelo made, which I think he's an awesome boxer and Eddie's an awesome coach and all that. But as far as him saying that Ryan was supposed to show up at 12 or 2, or that he would show up, then he would leave, you know, that's just misconception, because during that moment, and I spoke with Canelo directly, him and I, and Eddie and I just want to say that during what Ryan was going through, I was trying to help my son to go to the gym. Come on, Ryan, I know this is what you've always wanted. You know, so I tried, and when I would convince him, he would go, but then I noticed, you know, who better than your dad, you know, would know your son, you know, so I knew that he wasn't 100%. So Ryan would just deliberately walk out. See, and that's the misconception, because if somebody knows what you're going through, instead of hitting him while he's down, you should say, hey man, we're all family. Let's join together and let me help you. And that's what I wanted to say.
Last question with Ryan, and then we'll bring in Emmanuel. Last question.
You do have great excitement about looking sensational on April 9th, and I know Oscar talked about the possibility of Kambosos later this year.
Yeah,
how will you know, emerging from the fight, that you're ready for that type of fight?
How will I know? I know now. It's just a matter of how I beat Tagoe. What's his Tagoe?
You gotta go.
Tagoe. It's really how I beat him, and I don't even care if it's a hard fight. Like, styles make fights. So if somehow this ends up a hard fight, I'm gonna find a way to win, because I actually like when it's hard, because it makes me like go to a different gear or whatnot. But I got a feeling it might end 1 through 3, because he does open up a lot. Like, if you notice, he may be fast, but he goes kind of crazy. So if you give me that window, I could find the window. Trust me. So you better be careful. But if not, if you make it hard, let's go. Like it's a fight, anyways. I don't take nobody lightly. You've seen the upsets happen. You know, Christopher Colbert. You've seen
Josh Taylor.
Josh Taylor
He
recently.
should have lost that fight. Teofimo. You know, so I would be a fool if I just think I'm gonna go in there and run him over. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go in there, take it serious, and find my shot. That's it.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. All right, we'll bring in Emmanuel.